So I just left the theater after watching the Minecraft movie, and yep, certainly was a movie, alright. It's kind of surprising because I did not think the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes would be like 87% after watching the movie. Because I mean, just look back at the first teaser, people hated it, but then suddenly grew more accustomed to it as the trailers kept coming. Which I discussed in a video before where I said I still had mixed feelings about it. But honestly, seeing this movie in theaters was a great experience, and you should do it too. The fact that everyone always gave a standing ovation whenever like Steve said one of his infamous meme lines, it was just so incredible, honestly. But if we're talking seriously here, the movie is fine, but it's not boring either. Like I said, I had a fantastic theater experience. At worst, it's pretty meh. But it is very entertaining at best. It kind of reminds me of the Knuckles show and how that was, except this is actually decent compared to that atrocity.
The flames of disaster!
It's obvious that this movie doesn't take itself seriously whatsoever, and I respect the decision. Though of course I would have much more rather had an actual Minecraft movie that explores it in depth and gives off the same atmosphere that Minecraft does, not this. But nonetheless, it was entertaining, and I'm inclined to talk about it right now. So it's time to explore the complexity of the art form known as the chicken jockey move. Get the hell out of your British voice, you're never invited to anything. And so are all the other British people out there. So anyways, spoilers ahead, obviously. We get introduced to our 5 main characters. Steve goes in the portal and he has to leave it up to his pet wolf to hide the orb and crystal that got him there so the Piglin Queen cannot steal it. And then we get introduced to our other 4 main characters who end up getting sucked into the Minecraft world. And they have personalities and arcs, I guess, but they don't matter much. So after the crystal breaks, they go through a quirky adventure to the Minecraft world and have to stop the evil Piglin Queen from getting it to destroy all creativity or whatever. And then they are able to leave the real world after stopping all danger there is and finding another crystal. And then Steve considers giving Earth another shot, so he goes with them. So the plot is very messy, as it also tries to set up like a real life setting where these characters come from and stuff like that. Jason Momoa's character or whatever, he used to be an old video game star, and now he's old and just kind of having a midlife crisis, but it really doesn't matter to the movie that much. He's basically just a comic relief slapstick character, which kind of got annoying since he wasn't really that useful, like, ever. Or I guess, well, until the climax where he ends up saving our main kid Henry from falling to his death. So there's his big epic hero moment, I guess. And hey, he actually had some pretty good moments with Jack Black. He bounced off him very well, which it was quite entertaining at times. The other 3 generic characters are generic and boring. What else do you want me to say? They have arcs, I guess, mainly the main kid one, Henry or whatever, who is the textbook definition of a main character. He feels like he doesn't live up to his potential, but he has a lot of creativity stacked in him. And there is a slight misunderstanding with him and his sister, who's also a pretty nothing character. But it literally doesn't matter. He also gets in a fight with Jason Momoa that happens for like 5 seconds, and that's about it. I don't know, man. I don't really care. And the other lady character, she's even like more nothing. Like, I don't even know what there is to her. All I remember from her is calling out Jason Momoa for being dumb or whatever. It also doesn't help that the 2 girl characters get even less screen time than the others, since they kind of just disappear from the plot when they're searching for the Woodland Mansion or whatever. So yeah, that's probably all I have to say about those 3 boring characters. Now, time for the real star of the show, which of course is Jack Black, Steve. His energy is unmatched. I mean, it's Jack Black, but seriously, he hammers it up in this movie. He is the main star of the show, keeping everyone's attention. And dude, I cannot believe they have an official, this is an actually real line, where he says, "First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft." I can actually not believe that was an actual line in the movie. It's like so cheesy but perfect at the same time. Well, anyways, enough babbling about that. So anyways, I feel like there's like mostly to the plot, there's like mostly Steve just explaining the different items and strange objects in Minecraft to the characters and the casual audiences, so they'll actually know what the hell is going on in this weird blocky world. Which is not one of my favorite things, especially when it comes to video game adaptations, because they have to keep explaining, and that's pretty much just it. The green screening was also pretty goddamn bad. I mean, you saw it in teaser. It's gotten way better since then, but still, they don't look that natural to the environment in a lot of shots, especially the Elytra scene. Like the Elytra scene when they're gliding together and like Jack Black ends up riding on Jason Momoa.
This dude's riding him!
When they get a close-up shot, it looks really bad. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really bad. Weirdly, something I didn't hate were like the Minecraft mount designs, because they actually looked pretty good for the most part. Even the uglier ones I have grown accustomed to, weirdly enough. Perhaps it's part of the Minecraft movie syndrome, or something like that. My favorite part was when I finally got to see a live action Enderman. It was actually a pretty cool scene with some cool visuals where the Enderman started showing these fake visions of Henry's friends telling him to kill himself or something, and then the Enderman proceeds to get absolutely cooked by the kid somehow. It was kind of just a scene that happened, but it was still kind of cool, I suppose. There were a lot of fight scenes in the movie, which they were pretty entertaining for the most part. And I did like some of the like violent imagery there, like with Steve ripping off a zombie's arm and like a sheep getting torn to shreds by zombies. But I must admit, dude, those skeletons have like the worst aim ever. Somebody tell them to equip aimbot, because seriously, they are cooked when it comes to the aiming game. I also actually predicted something in my earlier Minecraft movie discussion video, where I said I felt the Iron Golems were gonna play a big role in the movie, and yeah, they kind of did. In the climax, they like spawned a bunch of Iron Golems to fight off the piglins. Oh yeah, speaking of the piglins, it was such a shame that the villain had to be this boring piglin queen, which is like the most generic kids villain movie ever. Her backstory's a joke, and she has this annoying General Chungus guy with an annoying voice. They really could have chosen anybody over her. Like, why not the Ender Dragon? They don't even go to the end. Why not Hero Brian, bro? It would have ironically been way better, but it's not much to care about anyways. Oh yeah, and there was also the little side plot where like the villager went out into the real world and ended up dating this woman, and it was actually pretty entertaining. It had an actually unironically good jokes, but they only have like 3 scenes together, so yeah, kind of unfortunate. And one of them is mid-credits, and it's actually my favorite one, where her ex-husband comes to her house and sees that she's dating, well, this man. And the villager just starts speaking fluent English while the woman imitates like the villager's noise. It was actually funny, dude. It was so funny, honestly. So good job on that Minecraft movie. So despite the fact that this movie seems like it's the antithesis to a real, serious Minecraft movie that people would want, it's entertaining. In the theater experience, at least. Like, if you were just casually watching this movie in your house, it would seem kind of like a waste of your time, honestly. Like I said, there's nothing bad about this movie, but all the meh elements kind of lower it down like quite a lot, because this movie has no seriousness. It's just completely unserious fun, and I think that's how you should take it, especially in the theater, where it easily enhances your experience. Unless you have one of those annoying audience crowds where they like throw popcorn or whatever when something happens. That is not very fun, but as for me and a lot of others, it was pretty fun seeing this movie. So yeah, that was the Minecraft movie. It was certainly a movie, but it also has Steve singing about his lava chicken, so that's a 10 out of 10 material right there. Anyways, goodbye.